Tropical Cyclone Errol is rapidly approaching the Western Australia coast today, and here's your update for Friday the 18th of April. Now, overnight last night, Tropical Cyclone Errol actually did decay, and we can see that through the satellite imagery. This is what we were seeing late last night, Thursday evening. Still quite a well-defined tropical system. There was some symmetry and some rotation in there, but as I play through how it evolved through the night and into the morning, we're going to see it lost its shape. It started to stretch out on one side and weaken away on the other, and now it's very hard to see where the center of this tropical system should be. It's in here somewhere, but it really has decayed. It's now a Category 1 tropical cyclone, quite close to the Kimberley coast. It has actually been moving a little more quickly than was forecast, and because it's moving faster, that means it's going to arrive on the coastline earlier. So rather than happening tonight, it's very likely this system will reach the Kimberley coast this afternoon, and that is what we see reflected in the latest forecast track. This Category 1 is going to move eastwards and quickly become a tropical low. That means it's no longer a tropical cyclone, and a tropical low in some ways is weaker than a tropical cyclone, but it still can bring significant weather, particularly when it comes to rainfall, and it's likely that rainfall will be the most significant weather impact across this part of the country. Then through Saturday into Sunday, this low will continue to move inland and bring some of that wet weather inland, but the crossing point is likely to occur north of Broome, north of the Dampier Peninsula even, somewhere up here between Kuri Bay and Cockatoo Island, which is just north of Lombardina. In fact, I might have been able to put it on the map here. Cockatoo Island, Kuri Bay, expecting that to be the crossing point. We've still got this tropical cyclone warning in place that covers that crossing location and a little bit further north up towards the Mitchell Plateau as well. Gale force winds have been felt through some of these areas already. That is expected to continue today, and there will be some heavy rainfall. In fact, rain will probably be the main issue in the next day or two as the wet weather pushes onto the Kimberley coast. Again, north of Broome is where we expect the worst of the wet weather. And when it comes to how much rain we could see, well, the numbers may really accumulate quite significantly. Between now and Sunday, we could see 100 to 200 millimetres around that crossing location, but also note the swathe of wet weather which pushes inland as the tropical low moves further into the northern interior of Western Australia, potentially pushing some rain across into parts of the Northern Territory as well. So quite a wet weekend ahead for the Kimberley, but not so much for Broome. It is mostly north and east of the centre there. So anyone in that part of the country should stay up to date with what's going on with these tropical cyclone warnings and any rain headed your way. And of course, do pay attention to your local emergency management and your local disaster management as well. You can find the latest weather info on the Bureau's website. Thanks for watching. Have a safe Easter weekend.